All right. So you just started your business. Now what? That's probably how you feel. I know a lot of business owners feel this way, right? So like you just started your business and for real, like now what? Like what do we do now, right? You have your business, you have your LLC, you have your products, you have maybe even your logo, but now like you don't know what to do. Like you probably even launched your business, now you don't know what to do. A lot of people in business aren't really sure on the steps to go after, actually launching and after you're creating your business. And sometimes I think business owners just forget that there's so much more to it than just like, making your products and shipping them out and exchanging money for your product, right? Unless you're there already, unless you're, super, super famous or you have a lot of people that are already tapped into you, right? We need to keep expanding our audience and expanding our reach and working on sales and working on marketing, right? So if you're not going to hire a marketing team like Jersey Media or any other marketing team out there, you have to really just kind of be out here. Like you got to be working like, and that's really just the main thing of this video. This is not going to be a super, super long video and explain things, everything little by little you have to do because, right now we just need you to just start off with some effort. All right. And I mean that with all due respect. All right. So like, if this is your business, you need to take this seriously, right? This is not no little side hustle. If it is, then that's cool. But a lot of times people now in like 2021, 2022 coming soon, people are starting businesses so they could leave their job, right? So they could not have a 9-to-5 no more, so they could be their own boss. And, you need to remember, like you need to put in at least 40 hours a week worth of work. Most 9-to-5 jobs, if you do 9-to-5 Monday to Friday, that's 40 hours a week. And, it's a lot of time, right? And people sometimes don't understand that in your business, you still need to do the same thing. Sometimes even more hours. So, for me, a typical day is, usually I will sleep in because I'm a night owl. So maybe I'll wake up 11 o'clock or whatever, at 10 o'clock, right? Sometimes I'm trying to switch it up. I'm trying to, work on a little morning schedule, but it's tough because I'm just a night owl naturally, right? But if I wake up at 11 o'clock, I get right to work. You know what I mean? Like once I'm up and once I start my day, you know what I'm saying? Like once I get out that bed and once I start my day, that's it. I'm working. I'm creating, I'm not sitting here watching TV or laying in bed all day. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I have my little time, my little moments, but I'm not doing that. I get right to it. I get right to the work. Even, I'll take my time. I'll go to the gym. I'll enjoy myself. I'll see friends every once in a while. I'll go to Applebee's. I'll kick it with a friend. I'll do things like that. But guess what? When I'm done, I come right back and I get right back to work. I'm not watching TV every single night. I have one show that I maybe really focus on. It's Ozark, or, I'll watch my podcast. Like my Joe Budden podcast is like my number one podcast that I really, really watch for like my entertainment. But, that's it. Like I'm not sitting here watching shows, watching movies, sitting through memes. Like that's just not what I'm doing. I'm networking with people in Instagram and Facebook groups, and I'm working on graphics and I'm working on things. I'm editing. Like I'm just constantly working. And maybe I overwork, but at the same time, I get to my dreams and I get to my goals, so you have to figure out what balance is going to be good for you, but you have to put in the work. It's not going to come to you. You have to have the effort. So you started your business. Now what? Now it's time to put in the effort. Like now it's time to just network your way all day, create different promos, create different graphics, and if you can't do that yourself, you got to hire somebody. You have to invest, don't be afraid to invest. But like the most simplest thing right now is just your effort. We'll create videos and little things like that of what you should be doing on social media and what you should be doing in Clubhouse and what you should be doing in Facebook and all these different little things. But right now, just focusing on your business. throughout the day, you know, and having your own business is tough. Like, having your own business is a hard thing. So I don't know why anyone ever thought it was going to be easy, you know. Shit, if you want easy, take a 9-to-5, you know, do that lifestyle, because that's a business that's already created for you. You know, if you go to Walmart's already done the work. Walmart has put in those hours. You know, Walmart has done the promotion. Walmart has invested. Walmart has failed. Walmart has won it. You know, they did all that already. So if you just kind of want it easy and you don't want to do all that, just go get a job at Walmart, you know, or any other business, right? And it's okay. Like, you're not a bad person if you know you created your business and then you get to a point where you're like, you know what, maybe this isn't for me. It's okay. You know what I mean? At least you gave it a shot. At least you tried, right? But don't force yourself to be an entrepreneur just because it's like popular now, or, you know, you see it a lot on social media. Like, if it's just not for you, then it's just not for you, you know? But just know that if this is something that you want to do, yo, this is expensive. This is an investment. This is time. Like, I'm always putting my time into this shit. Like, all the time. I'm never free. You know what I'm saying? I say that all the time. I put that on my Instagram story. I'm never free. I make time. And that's because of how much I involve myself within my business and my businesses and the businesses that I market. And I do, you know, I help them with their brands because I put my all into it, you know? I'm not saying you need to go crazy and, you know, hop on trends or, you know, do stuff that's really not like authentically you, or like just go about, like, I'm not saying you need to like go crazy and do jumping jacks with your fucking business. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to at least put in the effort. You know what I'm saying? At least even the research. Like, I want you to like study on YouTube for fucking 8 hours a day, you know, or reach out to friends 8 hours a day, reach out to people in the DMs for 8 hours a day, something, right? This is just your first step, is just make sure you're filling your fucking time with your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know where to start, that's okay. Just pick one. All right. There's nothing such thing as perfect, right? There's not going to be no perfect one steps. Do this first, you know, just whatever it is, you just need to put in the time, right? So if you're a clothing brand, you need to be putting in the time to create these designs. You know, you can't do it for 1 hour a month. It just ain't going to happen. You know, you need to be doing this every single day for hours out of a day. If you were to go to a 9-to-5, you'd probably work 8 hours for the day, maybe even 9 with some breaks. Are you dedicating 9 hours out of your day and then giving yourself an hour break towards your business? I guarantee you're not. You know, everyone wants to work smarter and all this, and I'm all for that. But at the same time, if this is your baby and this is something brand new, you need to go all the fuck out, you know? You know, like I said, I wake up sometimes at 11 a.m., but guess what? I'm up till 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm editing content, you know, like, of course I still go to the gym. I do what I got to do. I see my friends, but guess what? When I get back home, it's right back to work. You know, I watch my podcast, I multitask, I listen to my podcast, but I'm doing that while I'm working, you know? And I still enjoy myself. I enjoy myself. I still get to see my friends and the people I love. I still do the things I want to do. I love movies. If a movie comes out, I go see my movies. Like, I don't limit myself to happiness or to the things I really, really want to do. You know, if I want to do something, I do it. If I want to go camping with my family, I do it. You know, like, I still enjoy myself. However, I'm filling in those gaps, you know, fill in the gaps of what you do during a daily basis. So for me, you know, for a while I was noticing sometimes if I go to 7-Eleven, right, I go for coffee, that maybe I'm sitting in my car for 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after, or 20 minutes before and 20 minutes after. And I started realizing, like, what am I doing with my time? That's like 40 minutes that I just was killing, maybe just scrolling on Instagram, you know, or maybe even working on my business, you know. And if I'm working on my business, then that's okay. But if I wasn't, then it was a waste of time. I need to fill that time in with focusing on my business, my brand. You know, so it sounds like a lot of work, but it is. Having your own business is tough. You know, it's a lot of work. So start just filling your time up and just taking things out of your day that are just not useful to your brand and to your business. You know, I'm not saying take away your self-care time and all that, but like, if you're playing video games for 5 hours a fucking day, you don't need to be playing video games for 5 hours a day, maybe 30 minutes a day. Right. And like, if you're, don't tell me you're doing all these different little things for self-care and they all add up to fucking 6 hours a day. That's just too much. in my personal opinion. Like 6 hours a day just for fucking your fun time or your self-care. Like, nah, not while you're building your brand and not while you're building your business, not until you could afford that, just being real. So it's that, putting in the effort, and also networking too. Like, I'm an introvert at heart. Like, anyone that knows me knows, like, I'm good with like one or two people, and then once like the third or fourth person comes around, I'm starting like to be more of the quiet guy in the room. I'm more of the listener, and that's just how I am. That's how I've always been. Even though I'm very active on social media and all those different things, I'm still, an introvert, kind of like at heart. But you still need to network. You still need to find what works for you as far as networking. Maybe that's Clubhouse. Clubhouse is an app. Basically, it's like you're going to conference and events all day. You know what I mean? Like, for that, maybe that works because I'm multitasking again. I'm habit stacking. I'm maybe editing a piece of content while I'm on a call on Clubhouse, while I'm listening to a podcast. Like, I can multitask. So for me, it's not a problem. For you, it might be, but you still need to think about these different things of what you're doing in your day. Analyze your day. What are you doing in your day? And I understand some of you have kids, some of you have all these different things. I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've lived with children. I've lived on my own. I lived with roommates. I've lived in all the different many situations in my life, and I've still always found time for it. So, you just need to stop the excuses. Like, I'm just being 100% dead ass. Like, I know you got kids, and I know they probably drive you crazy, but guess what? Maybe you need to just incorporate some of that day towards your business and towards your brand. Like, you just have to figure it out. Or you need to get money somehow to delegate it and to have someone do it for you. Sometimes maybe you don't have the time, but guess what? Then you need to pay someone to do it. If you can't do it yourself, then you need to pay somebody to do it. And that kind of goes into another conversation of like, now what? Now you need to invest. You still need to continue investing. Just because you have your logo, just because you have your products, just because you have a couple highlight videos of your business, whatever it is, you need to invest. Okay? And that's investing time, as we just talked about, investing your time and your energy and your effort. Now you also need to invest money. Like, you need to run Instagram ads. You need to run Facebook ads. You need to buy flyers, right? You need to buy better equipment. Like, it's a constant game of investing in yourself. In the first early years, like I invest in myself all the fucking time. I'm not the guy to be wearing the best clothes in the world, the best pants, the best sneakers, or have the most amazing car. But guess what? I'm always investing in my business, and it always takes me further. A couple months ago, I got some new lights, and just that investment alone has already helped me elevate certain businesses that I work with. Now when we do an event with Garden State of Mind, the owner calls me and he says, "Yo, can you bring the lights?" When I do another event, "Yo, can you bring the lights?" And it enhances the business, right? And just that alone helps enhance my business. It enhances their business and it enhances my business, and it makes the business and the events look so much doper, right? Based off an event and an idea and an investment that I made, right? And that is going to get me money down the line, because if I'm buying the lights, I'm obviously even using them right now, and then I'm going to use them at events, and then also my clients are going to see that they're valuable. Their events are going to look doper. Their events will probably get more popular, and I'll end up getting paid from it. Like, I can go down the line with every single investment that I've ever made and how it's helped me in the long run. I don't need to do that. You just need to have a balance of investing in yourself and investing in the business, but also smart. I'm not saying get the fucking, greatest equipment in the world. Like, right now I'm recording this on an iPhone 11 camera, and I've recorded a lot of my content on here, and it works, right? Pretty decent quality. So I'm not saying you need to go out here and get the best of the best and the best and the best, but you also do need to try to upgrade and elevate. I've been upgrading and elevating my sound equipment for my podcast since 2016. Every year or two, I switch up. Even these mics now, I've had it for about 2 years, and we're going to switch up very soon and go wireless, for events and things. So I'm always trying to think of the way of how could I elevate, my equipment and the things that really matter. Some things I'm like, okay, we can say the same because those things don't really matter as much. You kind of need to know like what matters and what doesn't. For example, the camera on the iPhone 11 is cool, but it's been getting the job done for a while. You know what I mean? And it's like, you just have to kind of know. You have to sit there and think about all these different things within your brand and what you're going to invest for. But I sit and I invest all the time into my business, into my brand. The wall right behind you, redecorating it, the TV, the lights. Every single thing is always an investment. It's a constant investment, right? That's where I put all my money. You know, I'm not the guy out here balling with chains and doing all this crazy things and going to fucking vacations in Dubai, because I'm dumping all my money back into the business. You know, I make sure I stay broke, and then I make sure the business is flowing and moving, because that's the only way we're going to continue to grow. So whatever your business is, don't be afraid to invest. You know, keep flowing money in there. And I'm like, again, I'm not saying $1 million, but just, you know, you got to sit there. You got to get with the things you need. If you're a clothing company, you got to get things to make better designs. You got to get better merch. You got to do this. You got to do that. Like, there's so many different things. Every business is always going to be things that you need to invest in. And maybe, you know, try to be a little bit smarter with your money and your cash, and invest in those good things that you need versus maybe materialistic things for yourself that you really don't need, you know? So I'm definitely not the finance guy, so I'm not going to talk to you guys really much about the finance, but just invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, first thing was your time. Next thing was your money. And then now that you have those two things, I think things are going to run a lot smoother for you, right? While continuously educating yourself, right? So just focus, all right? So you said you started your business. Now what? Just put the effort in, all right? And then when you can commit to that, and when you could say, you know what, Joe, for a few months, I've been putting in the work, I've been putting in the effort every single fucking day, then good, keep it up. Like, there's not a time to stop that. You know what I'm saying? Until you can start delegating certain things, and until you start bringing in enough cash to where it makes sense, to where you can start delegating. You know, so networking is key. Networking is key with the now what, you know, and question. Just keep networking, keep meeting people, because you're never gonna go anywhere without people. You know, I always say, a lot of my quotes y'all see on my pages is, we're always stronger together. And it's 100% true. You know, you're stronger together in every single thing. So if you're being very limited with your thinking and your ideologies of your business and your brand, you're not going to make it far, you know? So, you know, I bring people in, like for Jersey Media and Therapy without a degree. It's not just me, you know? I incorporate other people, other businesses, other brands, other help. All right. You have to do that. So if you have whatever, let's just say you have a fitness brand, right? You have to network with other fitness trainers. You have to network with other gyms. You have to network with other people trying to lose weight, other people trying to gain muscle. Like, you just really, really need to network, you know, and you really need to talk to these people, and you need to do this on a daily basis or every other day basis. You know, this is not a little part-time gig. And if it is a part-time gig, then you probably wouldn't be here watching me still, you know? So you need to treat it like it's a full-time gig. And you got to even treat it harder than that. You know, there's a lot of people that they do their job, they go 9 to 5, and then they leave right when their time is up. You know, you clock out at 5 and you leave at 5. Are you that employee, or are you the employee that leaves at 5:45 because you had to make sure you cleaned your area and you got the job really, really done? You know, what type of person are you? You know, are you looking for just an easy way out? Why are you doing this? So these are questions really to ask yourself. And just remember, it's not easy. Like I said, it's not easy. You know, it's not easy. And before you start wasting money and time and all this stuff, like, really just think about it. You know, really, really think about it. And there's nothing wrong with going back to a 9 to 5, you know. And I don't say that to discourage you. I say that just to keep it very real with you, you know, that the only way I've gotten as far as I've gotten, and I'm still nowhere near where I want to go. So I don't want that to sound like, you know, crazy, because I'm definitely nowhere near, but I progressed. And the only way that has become is because I network with people, because I'm a people person, and because of the amount of effort I put into things, you know, and the amount of time I put into things. Yes, my effort could be better. Yes, my time management could be better. It all could be better, right? I could be doing different things, but it's what's going to take me to the next level, and I'll take you to the next level too. So now what?